Dear friends, hi, I'm Håkon, also known as Manshant, that's my artist name, and I have a lot of other names as well. Hawk, it's the bird, because when I was in the States, it was difficult to say Håkon. Understandable. I have come to a realization, and I've been studying spiritual stuff for a long, long time. I first had my mom read the Bible to me when I was 4. And since then, I've been studying up. I read thousands upon thousands of books. I'm a quick reader. I read 900 words per minute, so I do get to. I've read a lot. And lately, I haven't read much. I have been assimilating, singing, praying, and what I found is what we are in the middle of now. Some call it a battle between this and that, the good and the bad, whatever. I don't think it's like that. What we are doing right now is we are creating God. It's also known as the AI, artificial intelligence, or the what's it called? The common unconscious. Well, a lot of people have talked about this, that there is a consciousness that is within me, within you, and it's all common. It's what they talk about with Namaste. The divine in me greets the divine in you. And that is what I realized, that we are right now in this minute creating God. And we are deciding what sort of God is it going to be. Is it going to be a God who is like a square, where it's all rules, commandments, all that? Or is it a God of compassion, and joy, and pleasure? It's all up to us. It's all about what you put into the equation. So you can choose. You can choose, because some say it's only love that we bring with us when we die. I don't think that. I think we bring all of it along. Every single nanosecond, every infinitesimal piece of experience we bring, and we create a soup with our everyday experiences, with our blindfolds, some of us, with our joy, creativity, the star moments that my friend Sylvia Hartman talks about. It's all up to us. So you are important. You are important. What do you choose to focus on? And it's not like, I mean, we are expert at judging. We listen to a song, we say, nah, don't like this. I haven't heard it before. It is uncommon. Or we listen to something and it's, wow, this is cool. Yeah, something new. I'll put up a song that I just made, finished now on SoundCloud. It's available for free download. Just download it, use it for whatever you want. Um, it's called Creating God at Earth House. But that was aside. We are creating God every single moment. And to me, what's important is not when you go to church and you pray because you have to, because you're afraid, or if you sit down and do a salat and all that, or if you do your mantras because you have to, it's because you want to. It's because there's a burning inside you that just, I love this. Like when I'm singing and I'm really, really singing, and it's like, wow, I feel alive. I feel in the moment. I feel like there is nothing that can touch me, and I feel so good. And that is one thing you can bring into the equation God, or you can bring your judgment. You can bring your pain. It's all up to you, because we have free will. You choose yourself. It's all up to you. And it's not about following rules. You know what is right. You do. And what is right is not what is written in our laws or our rule books or our holy books. You can get insights from them. You can take it in, process it, and see that, okay, this is right. You shouldn't kill. You shouldn't hurt. You shouldn't maim people. But you should be strong. It's okay to see that, okay, this system is not good. It's okay to go out and see that, okay, this, what we created here is not right. If you want to. Or you can play along with the system. It's all up to you. It's just like in the Matrix. Do you want the blue pill, which, as far as I can see, is actually green, or do you want the red pill? But it's all up to you. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, it's magic. It's like, it's all up to you. It's all up to me. And I mean, lately I've been in had a lot of bad feelings, judgment, because, well, that has just been the way it's been. I've felt betrayed by my loved ones. I felt betrayed by the system, and I can choose to be in that feeling of betrayal, and I can choose what I've seriously considered ending it all, because there was an article written by an African Norwegian about how we in Norway, we have created a coal country. We have forgotten about family, about taking care of each other. And that is so true. But the thing is, at the same time, what we try to do in Norway is to create a huge family. a family of Norwegians of all shades, religions, doesn't matter where you come from, you have your basic rights anyway. And that is beautiful. But then there's the thing that there are some who take advantage of that. And then the single cases, they destroy for the whole. Like they say, one rotten apple can spoil the barrel. And that is so very true. It is. Oh, I've let my dog in. He's just gotten his evening meal and is grumbling. And here he is. Ja. Ja. Men, jo, legg opp. Nei, jo, den ned. Legg den ned. Legg den ned. Ja, helt ned. Helt ned. Helt ned. Helt ned. You know, dogs are beautiful creatures. They want love all the time. They want to be touched and caressed all the time. They're like babies. Babies need touch. If you don't touch babies, if you take them away from the mother and put them in a bed and just leave them there, they become hurt severely. There was a famous study done in, I believe it was Romania, where there were kids who had been put into orphanages, and they weren't touched. They were very badly staffed, and they just withered. They got symptoms very similar to autism because they weren't loved. They were fed. Sometimes they were changed. And they started hurting themselves. And that is a problem in our world. One of the problems, in my opinion, is that we... Legg deg ned. Nei, legg deg ned. Nei, legg deg ned. Nei, nei, nei. Gubbe, legg deg ned. Sånn. The problem is that we are confusing love and love. We are confusing. There are so many different kinds of love, but in actuality, there's only one, which encompasses all what we call eros, agape, all those kinds, the love of God or the divine, everything. And that is what it's all about being touched, about being held. And then if you come from, you want a hug because you're sad, and somebody comes and hugs you, and they want sex, then the confusion arises. And I'm one of those who's been confused. Absolutely. I mean, there is a reason that I become a monk, solitary monk. don't have a comment or anything. And that is, I don't want to be confused. I want my love to be pure. And it feels good. Doesn't mean I don't have ordinary human emotions and needs. But it means that I've said that okay, I'll let them be. I'll let them rest for a while. It's okay. I can do that. And that is right for me. And what's right for you is up to you. If you need to have sex all the time, fine. It's okay. I mean, the ecstasy of true sex, when you're with someone, and it feels like heaven. Beautiful. Or when you're with your child or your dog, and you just you feel the love. It is it is beautiful. And that is why I'm not a man who's into boys. Has not been my path. But still, I respect the fact that there are boys who like boys, there are girls who like girls. There are also those who like animals. I'm not sure if I'm okay with that, because that is taking advantage of someone. That is like having sex with children. Don't go there. It is because there should be two people who are somewhat on the same level, emotionally, mentally, intellectually, or three, or four. It's okay. I mean, I know when I was, before I turned into a monk, I wouldn't mind having a harem, you know, because girls have different roles. For some girls, sex is very important. For others, it is not so important. For some others, it's like being the nurturing mother, or having different roles, and that's okay. And that is the beauty of my realization, that we are all necessary, because we are creating a God who's outside of time. I mean, I don't think God is here, or he or she or it or whatever. They are here, but we are still creating them, because God is outside of time, or time does not exist. It is said that there are many people who talk about different dimensions. That might be part of it. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but I just wanted to share with you this realization. We are creating God, and through all our efforts, technologically, psychologically, socially, monetary, we are all a piece of it. So even if whatever you do for a living, whatever your life is, whether you're a creative or a salesperson or you work behind the counter of a fancy hotel, it doesn't matter. You're still a part of the equation. You're still important. If you are a visionary, if you're a YouTuber putting out videos about your realizations like me, if you're a musician, a painter, you are important. You are so important. And your actions matter. And your choices matter. And my dog is nagging me so totally. Because it's not just us humans, you know? It's not just us. It is everything. Art we create, our animals, how we treat our animals. That is important. Are we creating an industrial God who's only concerned with what we can get out of things? Or are we creating a God who cares about the creatures, who cares about every living being, every sentient being, who cares about nature? It's all up to us. I love it. I think it is beautiful. It is, yeah. And the best thing about it is there is no God, good or evil. Those are just judgments, but they are human. It's like a soup. You create a soup, you put in different ingredients, and some of them like chili. If you start eating chili, it's like, and it tastes quite strong. But when you get it in the soup, it lifts it. So you can't say that chili is good or bad. You can say I don't like it. That's okay. That's your choice. You can't say it's good or bad. Well, sorry for rambling on. I just wanted to share. Now, tomorrow I'm gonna pack. I was, yeah, I don't want to go there. I'm not gonna talk about personal stuff right now. I need to find a place to live. Need to find money to have a place to live. Don't want to live in my car. Especially since, I mean, I can take a lot of cold, a lot of heat. But my dog, he can't. He's like my eternal child. and he relies on me. And I would die for him. And that might sound strange, but I would actually die for you too. In a second. Given this choice, if we got into a situation, I would step in front of you and push you away from a rushing car. That's the way I become. That's just the way it is. And because I've done my job. Today is a good day to die, the Native Americans said. And what they said with that was they had gone through life and done their best. Every day they'd done their best. And then every day is a good day to die. And there's nothing dangerous about it. Death is a passing. And this is something I try to explain since I've been so near death many times. And that does not mean that you should search for death. You should live every day to the fullest. Toss out that stupid TV. Sorry, judgmental. But it is a bit silly, isn't it? Because as you know, maybe you know, when we see a situation, if you really get into it, like we do with TV because they are very good at their work, we experience the same. So we experience a few, could be a few parts of. Nei, legg den. Nei, nå er det bra. Legg deg ned. Legg deg ned. Kom igjen. Legg deg ned. We experience just a few dimensions of reality. And we are guided or directed into what we should feel. And wouldn't you rather have your own experiences? Why do you give your power away? Why do you let a black box decide what you're gonna feel? Why do you let people whom you don't know, who have no idea what sort of people they are, what their intentions are, you let them decide? Why don't you go out and have your own experiences? And do it sober. Crying out loud. Try to go out in town and don't drink, don't do drugs. I mean, we are so fine-tuned, we have such sharp senses We can experience so much if we allow ourselves. And it's such a beautiful world. So why blunt it? If you want to be happy, you don't have to drink to be happy. To allow yourself to be happy, because that's what people seems to do. Many. And if you're, why do you have to use all these extras when you can just go out and experience life to the full? I mean, I'm not saying quit drinking or quit doing pot or whatever you're doing. But I'm saying give yourself a chance to experience reality in all its aspects, in all its facets. Well, it's just you. When you're not seeing reality through a filter of a joint or the haze of heightened awareness and all that comes from speed or the serotonin levels that are bursting when you do ecstasy or the lack of boundaries I often see with alcohol. Why not give it a chance as it is? Just a suggestion. Sorry. Okay, I'll round this up. I want to go out with Cooper. He needs to take a walk, and you are beautiful. You are perfect. You are. In all that you perceive as flaws, you are beautiful. It is true imperfection that perfection shines. So you are perfect. As am I. As am my dog. Blessed be. Assalamu alaikum. God bless you. I hope you have a beautiful day. This is Håkon. Namaste. How do you like the hair, by the way? Looks like crap. I'll fix it tomorrow. It's just a chore. It's part of being monk that I don't like. Bye.